They say to copy is the sincerest form of flattery, and yet some people get all upset at the Chinese copying and making goods as if it is something new. The old Soviet Union was doing it years ago and even simplifying the products that they were copying. The Makarov pistol is just one example of that, which has more than a hint of the German Walther PP pistol about it, both external and even internally. Hello and welcome to AAR On Air. Today we're looking at Russian history with a superbly accurate replica from the guys at Umarex. It's the pistol Makarov from the Umarex Legends range, and just how they produce such a usable, historically accurate gun for this ultra low price never fails to amaze me. Well, it's history time first, so pay attention in case I ask questions at the end. The Makarov semi-automatic pistol became the standard issue sidearm for the military and police during Cold War Soviet Union and first saw service in 1951. And like a lot of these historic pistols, it is still in service around the world today. And in fact, it is still being produced in places like Bulgaria and China. Now, it bears more than a passing resemblance to the Walther PP pistol, but Nikolai Makarov simplified the design with fewer parts and consequently gave it a higher level of reliability out in the field. As always, less is more in these situations. Now, the barrel, although it was short at 93.5mm, was fixed rather than floating and gave the gun more stability and therefore more accuracy. If we look at the Umarex replica, we can see they have based their gun on the military version because the open sights, front and rear, are fixed just as they were on the original. The grip is plastic, but it was Bakelite on the original. The non-blowback slider resembles the original along with the safety, markings and field stripping moving trigger guard all closely resemble the original. In fact, it is very difficult to walk around this gun without constantly finishing the sentence with "just like the original." Let's take a closer look and just take it as read, pardon the pun, it's an exact copy. It is pretty much all metal and weighs in at around 750 grams, just like the original, giving a superb feel to it. The grip is red with the imprinted star in it, just like the original. You see what I mean? The grip slides back to reveal the CO2 canister, which is a simple slot in and tighten system using the built-in screw at the bottom. The grip also has the hoop to tie this to the shooter to prevent accidental loss. The 18-round BB magazine is a simple gravity release and drop system that is simplicity itself to load with a lock back spring and drop BBs through the hole at the top. Return the spring when you've got all 18 in. The safety is on the left hand side of the gun only and is a nice sure-footed click system with red for fire and white dot for safe. It is dual or single action trigger, which incidentally has a pull weight of a hefty 7 pounds. The gun is simple to field strip. Simply lower the trigger guard, make sure the gun is empty, put it into fire mode, lift and slide off. Now this is the interesting part, because the barrel, just like the original, is fixed, and Umarex have made this air pistol almost identical to the original internally as well. It is really fantastic the level of detail they go to when they make these. And the most amazing thing is how on earth do they do all this research and development and close to original construction and sell them for a profit for less than £90 UK? No doubt someone will use the word sweatshop. Well, naturally it's mass produced, but nonetheless impressive. I really take my hat off to the Umarex guys. So what about power then? Well, the chrono showed an average of 414 feet per second using 5.37 grain steel BBs, giving 2.04 foot-pounds or 2.77 joules, which is fast enough to plink or punch holes in paper. This was never intended and should never be used for pest control. Okay, target work then. Well, it is only a short barrel. It's BB and smoothbore to boot, but nevertheless, let's look at the 8-metre range. Okay, so while it's not the most accurate gun, it is more than accurate for a spot of plinking, and as I said at the start, this is more about the history and pleasure of ownership than winning medals in any target competitions. You know, over time I've been doing these reviews. I've had the pleasure of handling some wonderful guns, and I've built up quite a collection of my own along the way, and I can see this history-packed little gem is going to find a home in my cupboard, and at that price it's a steal.